Okay, welcome to the stream. Happy Monday morning. Oh, sound works. Got my phone on. Okay, well, welcome. It's a new week. We are going to get into real estate agency financial modeling. Never did it before, so we'll be researching today. To give a quick overview, last week, what did we do? Well, I finished the product as a service model. Added that to the SaaS bundle. That was a great template. I was really happy how it turned out. Also, last week I added a new bundle, the Service Businesses bundle, focused on businesses that provide services. Also added the franchise scaling and franchise or operating model to this, as well as a spend and retention pattern for customers model. So that was great. Very productive week, but not, I didn't do it, I only streamed, I think, last Monday, maybe Tuesday, um, to finish that product as a service model. I needed a little break, so I took it. We're getting back into it here. I'm super busy, actually. Got a lot of billables to do this week, so uh, we'll try and get a good stream in, good couple streams as well. Uh, what else? Oh, so I'm updating my live stream schedule just to Monday and Tuesday at 10 a.m. instead of Monday through Friday. I barely ever stream on Thursday and Friday anyway, so I figure we'll just go Monday, Tuesday, kind of chill a little bit on that. I feel like that's still a great amount. So there's that. What else do we want to get into? Um, don't forget to check out all financial models on smarthelping.com. I've built hundreds of things. You can buy everything I've built for $9.99, or you can go by category. The model I'm doing this week, real estate agency. Typically, for all the real estate models I've done, they're all focused on actually buying property and apartment buildings or whatever and renting it out and then potentially exit. I've actually not done a business in the real estate sector that's not like buying a building. It's going to be running an agency, and the revenue's based on activity and fees and commissions and all that stuff. So we're going to dive into that today and try and figure out how to make a model for an agency. Now, when I finish that, it will be added to the real estate bundle. Remember, if you buy any bundle, you get lifetime access as well. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna add to that. I'll probably add it. I mean, real estates do provide a service, so I'll probably put it in the services bundle as well. Let's get our link out to Twitter. Twitter. Looks like the sound's working. Now I heard on the old Twitter this weekend, they were saying how real estate agencies might be out of work soon if Zillow goes and makes the offer process more automated. But I don't know, you probably are still going to need real estate agents for at least the next, I'd say 10 years is pretty much a guarantee that you're going to need real estate agents. So it honestly, it's tough to say if the whole Zillow thing is going to work out for eliminating real estate services. I don't think it will. Um, it's an interesting concept, but nonetheless, we're going to build this model. So, real estate agency at a super high level, the model I'm doing is from the perspective of an investor. Let's say I want to go buy this real estate agency that's currently operating from the owner of it. I pay them some money, and now, well, I have access to the cash flows that it produces. What are the cash flows based on? Well, all of the activity and deals that the real estate agency does, they get a percentage. Percentages go to different people. The company gets a percentage. So we're really going to get into the economics of this, and I'm going to figure out the best way to build um, probably a 5-year operating model. So here we go. I'm just going to type it in here. Economics of a real estate agency. The real estate agents exploit their information advantage, marketing costs, So that's interesting. We'll definitely have some variable costs for marketing. And mainly what I'm doing right now is trying to find the variable costs as well as the structure needed for scaling out the business and growing. And I got to figure out. So real estate brokerage, is real estate brokerage and agency the same thing? See, I have no idea. But I'm going to have an idea after today. We're going to look it up. So real estate agency, agents versus brokers. In real estate, an agent is an individual who is licensed to sell property. A broker is someone who is licensed to own their own real estate firm. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So this is actually a real estate brokerage that we're going to be building, not an agency. Real estate brokerage is filled with agents. Okay, let's change the name. Let me exit this. So let's say we got to change the name of this here. Oh, and I actually have to, I don't think I could change the name while I'm in it. So this is actually a real estate brokerage firm. Now, I imagine it's a little bit similar to the professional services model I built, where you have people going out and doing work and you get a percentage of their billables, but I think the logic for a real estate brokerage is a little bit different, and so we'll obviously be building this from scratch. Oh, let me pop out the chat while I'm in here. So far what we've learned is a real estate brokerage is different than a real estate agent, and a real estate brokerage is one firm that's filled. Hey, we got a chat here. Let's pop out the chat so I can read it while I'm working. So real estate brokerage is filled with real estate agents, but you have to be a brokerage to be licensed to run an actual real estate firm. You can't just, anyone can't just go start a real estate, brokerage. Okay, what's our comment here? Hey, just thanks for making the great Excel lessons. It depends on how you decide to go about a real estate agency is. So what I'm focused on here is real estate sales and brokerage, not like property management, not investing. Now I've done all kinds of different models for acquisition of real estate, but here I'm trying to figure out a brokerage and the best scaling dynamics of that. And I have no idea what the answer is here. So once I have the general mechanics, I can think about how the model needs to work, but I honestly don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm assuming the main costs are marketing, it looks like, as far as what's going to scale, and then you've just got all your. Now, I don't know, do you pay your agents a salary, or is it all commission? Running a real estate brokerage. Let's see what we can learn here. Before you even think about starting a brokerage, da, 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 whatever, change our. So this guy's been a realtor, brokerage owner. Okay, so let's see what he's got to say. If you're not going to bring your A game and function at your, okay, obviously you have to work hard and be good at it. I just want the logic. If you really want to. Okay, I don't care about any of this. Okay, figure out if your partners are qualified to start a brokerage. Okay. So you need a broker's license. Okay. Yeah, obviously, you need to make sure you have enough money to build the business and have enough money while you're building it. Um, Obviously, there's going to be financing logic. I already got all of that. Wait, does he mention any of the actual startup costs? If you're new to business ownership, no. Errors in, okay, so there's specific types of fixed costs. Errors in omission insurance, uh, VoIP software, voice over IP. So that's just communication. Lead gen and transact. So I actually sell a lot of lead generation and transaction management stuff myself, but okay. So CRM, choose a good customer relationship. Yep. Okay. Let's just put some notes in here. Office rent. Yep, of course. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. Da, da, da. I need specific real estate brokerage logic is what I'm looking for here. Okay. Once you've spent enough time honing in on your why, da, 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 da. Yep. You could obviously be a niche brokerage or just a brokerage that does everything or whatever. You probably want that's if you're going to scale, you probably want to know this. And this is going to be here's some logic so we can define what kind of deals are going to happen over time. Like, are there a lot of small deals, a small amount of big deals, and how much staff you're going to need? So this is what I was kind of thinking is probably going to happen. Okay. Oh, there's franchises and brokerages apparently before you think. Yeah, that's basically if they got a brand already, you could. Okay, that makes sense. Then you probably got to pay a lot on the gross revenue though, to as fees to the franchise. Now, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Keller Williams is popular. I know what they are. So if you build a brokerage under a brand, you have to pay them a fee, but that possibly could be an option here. So we want to say potentially franchise, and the only logic I need there is put in a franchise fee and possibly ad fee. Okay. Marketing, branding, brokerage model. Okay, I really want to know about the economics. I don't care about all this other stuff really. Start claiming your online real estate. Yep, don't care about that. This is what we're trying to build here. So we're going to make a financial plan. That's what we're actually going to do. Now here we go, your splits and fees model. So this is what I don't currently understand. What do you plan to pay your agents? A high split might get more experienced bodies through the door, but you'll have to close a large number of deals per month in order to break even. If you pay something close to the market rate of 50%, you might have a harder time attracting talented, experienced agents, but will get plenty of trainable agents. Okay, so this is all strategy, and these numbers will be adjustable in the model, but you'll get plenty of trainable agents who only have to close a few deals to get you to break even. So I guess this is saying you could split maybe 80-20 or 90-10 and give your agents like 90% of the commissions. If you do that high split, it's going to be harder to break even, obviously, because the firm's only getting 10%, but you get good agents that are good because they're willing, you know, those are the people that will stick around because they're getting a high amount of the commissions. Or you can pay lower fee splits, 50%. Apparently, is the market, just a standard rate, and that means all the commissions, the firm, your real estate brokerage firm takes 50% of the profits, and you give 50% to the agents. Now, you have a lot more of whatever sales you generate to cover your overhead, but you're going to have less experienced agents. Now, the whole point of running a brokerage in the first place is that you're going to be able to leverage the work of other people. Like, that's why you're doing a brokerage, so that and it's really going to be hard because you need to build a good brand that makes other agents want to come work in your firm. So, I mean, this is a long-term thing. You've got to build a reputation if you're going to really make some money. And now how you go about that, well, one part here is the commission splits, and that's going to be the big part of the model. I honestly just need to look at it. Let's see. So that was good insight. That confirmed what I was thinking. Services you will offer agents. Today's agents expect much more from a broker than just a good split and low fees. That means it is crucial to offer compelling services to. Okay. Oh, yeah. So you as a firm will offer your agents marketing. You'll pay for like their marketing, printing, and that's going to be variable. So this is okay. This is all variable costs here based on how much. Like if you have 100 agents versus 5, these costs are going to be a lot different. So we got to account for that as a variable expense. I'm just kind of right now I'm trying to create a mental model for how I want to build the actual financial model. So variable costs are that, potentially franchise fees if you're going to be a franchise, or instead of start your own, like your own name brokerage. These are pretty much fixed, all of this stuff. What else we got? Office plan. Yeah, I mean, you will have to scale out offices if you grow, and that can be done with the fixed cost schedule. That's not an issue. Um, yeah, how you going to generate leads? So I don't know how Zillow and all this to keep raising. Zillow has many brokerage features in ours. I'm assuming they just charge some advertising fee. I don't really know how Zillow works with real estate brokerages. I'll have to look that up possibly. So let's make a note there. Again, we're trying to create a little bit more advanced than a back of the envelope calculation or financial model here. So we got to have some specific information. How does Zillow work with brokerages? I'm going to figure that out. Um, What else? If you limit, yep. Well, your recruitment plan is going to be word of mouth, and you got to really build a good. It's going to take years, and you got to do really good work. Management structure. You don't want to micromanage, obviously, that sucks, but you want to have a good, stable system. Most new broker owners end up micromanaging their new agents, or worse, take it, don't even care, which can end up in litigation. As you might imagine, supervision can be more of a problem for virtual offices. So, quality control. There's an exponential increase in risk brokers assume as the sales teams move away from the traditional. Yeah, okay, I don't, whatever. So, there is a risk, it looks like, in supervision of a salesperson. I expect. Okay. Understand leasing and writing up ZipRecruiter ads. Figure out exactly how you plan to manage your agents. How will you? So the brokerage itself will take on liability for all the activity that the agents do. So you want to be compliant, but not a tyrant. Most people answer liability and organization chart that spells out each partner's responsibility and sticking to. And remember, guys, I'm going from basically knowing zero to knowing something. So this is just me learning about real estate brokerages. I actually need to change the title of the stream to brokerage instead of agency, but that's all right. We'll do it tomorrow. So I'm just trying to get some perspective on the business so I could know what I'm doing. So you need, I mean, so as far as compliance, it's going to cost, you might actually need just a manager, especially if you're growing, to make sure everyone's following procedures. This guy's saying spell out all the processes and procedures they will have their agencies and employees follow. Good agents do not thrive in chaos. Structure is crucial, even for something as trivial as buying coffee for the office. All right, let's look at something else. So I want to see really how does a real estate brokerage make money? Let's start there. Obviously, the agents make sales and get a fee of the commission, but I want to look at the broker side exactly. All right, what's this? Working as a real estate agent is a job with seemingly unlimited earning. Everything's unlimited earning. It depends. Okay, unlike the common salary based or hourly job based, real estate agents make their annual based on the sales. But how exactly do real estate agents get paid? I guess this is good for that perspective, so I can see what the so this is a salary. It's different payment system than hourly and salary jobs. The payment method can intimidate those interested in. Well, let's see how they get paid. Most careers offer an hourly wage or salary. In real estate, most agents earn a commission payment for each real estate sale. Okay, so it has nothing to do with salary at all. I thought maybe there might be a hybrid where, as an agent, you might get paid some base salary and then you get a share of the commissions, but it looks like it's all commissions. It is the standard case. The commission is a payment made directly to a real estate broker for services rendered. Now, I do know for sure the sell side agent makes a ton of money. They make like the percentage, and the buy side agent doesn't make as much. But as a brokerage, you're going to be you want to get business on the sell side, but you can build a name for yourself by getting buy and sell side stuff. And if you help somebody buy a home, maybe they want to sell it later. It's all a compounding thing. But I do know that when you help, if you're just on the buy side, there's not as much money as the sell side. I know that for sure. Um, Earning a commission can mean an unstable income. Yeah, okay. Unlike not all commissions and companies may real estate agents work for themselves under a sponsoring broker. Some money is put aside for licensing fees and marketing. Commission rates typically range from 5 to 7%. Upon a successful property sale, 5% of the sale price goes to the real estate professionals as their commission. Typically, agents only get paid after the successful sale if something goes wrong before the commission. Here's a table that shows how much commission comes from a sales price. Okay, that's just simple math here. Got it. The more expensive the property, the more money, obviously. Okay, commission splits. This is what I was interested in. The average commission rate for a property is 6%, so that'll be a variable input. But one agent does not pocket the total amount. Both the buyer's agent and listing agent receive compensation. So you got the listing agent, the listing broker, the buyer's agent, the buyer's broker. Okay. Now this is interesting because this is what I don't know. So it looks like they all the commission rate is 6% or whatever that percent is, and it's split between all four sides here. You've got essentially the listing and the buyer side. Now I thought it was separate on each, but it looks like they actually split the full amount. Though it is different for many agents, the most common practice for each party to get a fourth of the price. What? So they're saying 25% split between the all of these, essentially 50-50 on the buy side and the sell side, and 50-50 like to each as a total. Listing agents and buyers agents usually split the commission 50-50. From there, agents and brokers typically split their half of the commission. Newer agents sometimes only receive 30%. More experienced agents may pay a desk fee at the brokerage and keep their entire portion of the commission. Okay, so there's some options here because this looks like, I mean, the brokerage, you just pay the brokerage a desk fee, whatever that is, and then you actually just go out and do work. And I mean, I guess that's nice because the brokerage doesn't really have any overhead, they just need volume. Because remember, we're trying to build this from the perspective of a brokerage. Okay, so this was very interesting. This here, this is like the main crux of what we're going to focus on in the model, is how this scales with these splits. And so they're saying you got some commission rate on the volume of deals done. Let's say, so the inputs are going to be something like number of deals closed per month on average. That'll be some number increased by some percentage over time. You will have, and again, I'm focusing on the brokerage perspective, then you'll have the average commission rate on each sale and the average share. And I guess, I mean, you see, because some deals might be, I don't know if I want to split up between how many deals is the brokerage listing versus how many deals is the brokerage a buyer, on the buyer's side. I mean, that's probably definitely relevant. You want to know how much business you're doing on each side, and then the fees could be different. Okay. Okay, so I mean that's good perspective. How do real estate brokers get paid? Let's look at this here. Brokers earn money two ways: a percent of commission earned by the agent they sponsor, 100% of the commission from their own deals. Okay. Another interesting point. We need to figure out how many deals the brokerage doing that's their own deal. So we need to split between this and this. Okay. What else do we have here? The seller is responsible for paying the commission, which is typically 6% of sales price. The listing broker will offer a commission split with the buyer agent. Okay, so this is a negotiation, it looks like. Of course, everything is negotiable in real estate, including broker commissions. Scenarios where a lower commission may apply. Our seller agrees to also use the agent as their buyer representative. The seller has multiple properties. Okay. So even when the commission is lower, wow. So this is saying even when the commission is lower than 6%, the listing agent will generally give the buyer agent 3% of the sales price. Okay, I was wrong because I thought that the sell side agent made all the money. This is two different sources now saying that usually the buy side agent will get half of that, whatever the commission is. After the buyer's financial institution wires the cash for the purchase, the closing attorney will then distribute funds to brokers. In regards to commission between broker and agents, brokers will typically use one of the following pay structures. Okay, this is definitely what we want here. Um, a straight commission split. Split can be anywhere from 90-10, 10-90. Agents with more. Yep, got that. A tiered split structure. Brokers will take out a larger split until an agent reaches a certain sales amount. What's up, Todd? What's going on? A tiered split structure works a little differently. Brokers will take out a larger split. Okay, so this I probably will not model. I'll probably just do some commission split like this over time. Some brokers will offer agents 100% commission. Okay, this is interesting because this looks like an interesting strategy for a brokerage that's really trying to scale. They just want, they'll actually, it's almost like brokerage as a service where they say, okay, brokers, you can keep all of your money, all of the commission, whatever business you do, um, and we just want a monthly fee. And then it becomes like almost like a SaaS business where you're saying, you know, now the brokers or the agents still have to split whatever their share of the commission is because they're going to, unless they're on the buy and the sell side, but if they're on the buy side or the sell side, all that's going to be relevant for how much they get. But in this case, it wouldn't really matter if they're just paying a monthly fee. It becomes essentially a SaaS business. So I'm not really, that's separate. I mean, I've got all kinds of SaaS models, and that's what that is. And so that's not anything new. So I've already got that if you want to build out a recurring revenue model. This is where we're going to probably live right here. This logic. Um, Salad positions are rare. Yeah, we're not going to do that either. But there will be options for like managers, like if you've got a manager to oversee operations. Okay, well, I think I've got as much as I need. And so far, I've gotten the same information from all sources, which is essentially the brokerage makes money by taking some of the fees, or they get a monthly fee and give the agents all the commissions for in return for just a monthly fee. And there's also going to be different splits on the sales between the agents and the brokers, as well as between the buy side and the sell side. Everything's going to be built on how much volume is done and the average sales price of the activity. Now the question is, what's the best way to start scaling this thing? So if we say, let's put a basic tab here, revenue assumptions. We're going to go over a 5-year period. Well, you know what? No, Do I want to do 10-year? I mean, really, the point of this is to try to figure out how do you get to scale? What does it take? What kind of money can you make? So 5 years, probably fine. Um, it's not like, obviously at that point you could just run it forever, but in 5 years you should be able to get some scale if you're going to. I'm thinking, well, what 10-year models do I have to pull from as far as I think I could pull from the hotel, uh, which was a good one. Was this hotel one 10 years? Let me see. Because I'm trying to think about the best structure to put around it as well. So this was, let's see. Oh, this was 10 years. Okay. All right. We'll do a 10-year. So in general on the revenue assumptions, let's think about this. We need to know expected number of properties sold. Oh, I guess it could be sold or bought. We're gonna have to. So let's say expected number of deals completed per month is the first question. We say we're gonna do X amount of deals a month, right? So that's gonna be some number. We can adjust these assumptions over time. Looks like a lot of this stuff is negotiable, so everything needs to be a variable input as far as the rates and the splits go. So expected number of deals completed per month is the first input. I believe I'm trying to think how useful it would be for a brokerage to want to know, do we need different deal sizes? Like, okay, 20 deals, we do an average of, let's say, 20 deals a month. Are those all, do we need to say some of those are smaller size, some of them are larger size, or does it matter? Do we just want to know an average size and then the number that are buy side versus sell side, or both? You know, and then we also want to know how much of the deals is the brokerage doing themselves, like as I guess the partners would be doing that, or the owners, and then they get 100% of that commission as revenue. I'm trying to think what makes the most sense for scaling here. Hmm. So number of deals per month is definitely going to be a starting point. Let's actually give another space here. And we could have a start month of operations also will be an input. Let's say you start with, and just trying to think through the mental model here. Let's say you start with 10 deals a month. I feel like that's a lot to start with as an initial brokerage, but I don't honestly know. So let's just say 10, just so we can think about this. And then let's say we have some monthly increase in each of the years. So we start with 10, the next month we do a little bit more than 10, and so on. So this is going to be the increase in deals per month. So you start with 10 deals a month, then you have a monthly increase in the amount of deals you're doing. So you do 10, then you do 2% more than 10, and then 2% more than that, etc. Or whatever percentage you want to put in here. And always, when I do these, you can always go to the final, like I'll do a monthly detail, and you could manually input your deals per month if you wanted something that was more uh, manual touch. Otherwise, we can do abroad, so you can just change these. And I'll show, like, as a result of this, how many deals are you doing per year and then on average per month based on these numbers. So we'll bring that back into this once we actually have a model built. We don't have one built yet. So if I know how many deals the brokerage is doing a month at the highest level, so I'm doing X amount of deals a month, I want to know percentage of sell side deals, percentage of buy side deals, um, and then for each of those, we want to know the commission split earned by brokerage. Don't care about the agent's numbers. We care about the broker's numbers here. All right, commission split for buy side, commission split for sell side, also the percentage of deals that are each. Now, we also need to know commission split. So there's two tiers of commission splits. Okay, there's the amount earned by the brokerage versus the agent. There's also the percentage of buy side, or like there's one commission rate and the split between the buy and sell side. So we need to know what is the sell side share of commission on sell side. So you get some amount of the commission there, and then you also get from that some amount you got to split with the brokerage. And then here we have share of commission on buy side, which could be more or less depending on your negotiating skills and probably the name. A lot of stuff goes into all of that. Okay, so we can define this. So you've got total deals, how many are sell side, how many are buy side. We also want to know how many are percentage of, well, this would actually be a subcategory. So on the sell side, you want to know what's the split for the sell side total. Of that, how much is going here? We also want to know of the sell side deals, how many of the sell side deals are being done by the brokerage owner or firm owner, like they're not, and no agents doing it, which could be a percentage that goes down over time as you scale. Um, you know what? Actually, I don't think we should confound these. So these are going to be average deals by agents, and then we're going to do um, a separate section for expected deals completed um, by firm itself. So these would be like the owners doing business. So this is expected number of deals completed per month from agents, and then expected deals completed per month by firm. And this might be smaller, maybe 2 or 1 or whatever. And then maybe it grows at a very small percentage, maybe like 0.2%. And then of those deals, you also need to know how much of those are buy and sell side. There's no split with the brokerage. You're earning 100% of whatever you get, so you just have these two here. And when I'm building this, I have to think about essentially what is the most common thing that's going to be involved with, that's going to be able to be used for the most amount of brokerages. Like what makes the most sense. So I can't be too specific, but I also need to have granularity so that there's a lot of ways to fill in gaps where it's not perfect as far as the forecast. So this is a section this is a section we have deals from agents, deals by the firm itself, and then for each of those you have how much are sell side versus buy side. Now the commission we're going to assume is 100%, but maybe for whatever reason, maybe this is actually just a second type of agent and you don't want it to be by the firm. Well, then in that case this needs to be variable. But if it is just the firm itself, then this could be 100%. But you can see how that like tricky logic there that is actually works for both. Um, that's like a elegant way to do it. So of the total deals each year, we're saying 100% is earned by the firm itself. Now let's think percentage of sell side deals. So these two have to add up to 100%. I guess these two could be manually changed if they're, let's say if it was one of these situations up here where these are actually agents. Wait, what am I missing? Percentage of buy side, sell side. So this, if this was say 80%, then this is 1 minus that. But I'm missing, so sell side, share of commission on sell side. Ah, we missed a step, so we have to actually also put in the commission split earned by the brokerage, which would be 100% unless it was actually just a different type of agent. If you want to do two types of agent, then it wouldn't be. Otherwise, let's say let's say you did two deals. You did one, it was 50-50, so you did one sell where you were essentially the listing agent and one where you were the buying agent. And the selling one, um, the share of the commission on the sell side, let's say it's 50-50, meaning whoever was the um, buyer's agent, you're giving half the commission to, and then let's say commission, and then of that, the actual firm itself is taking 100% in this case because it is the firm's deals. Okay, so that, and then this is the inverse. Let's say it's also 50% here, which it might not be. But let's say commission split is 100% in this case. Now we also need to define in all these deals um, at a high level, what's the average commission? Now we read it was between 5 and 7. Let's just put 6% here. Average commission on sale. Same with this. Now I'm trying to think if we have enough granularity for this to make sense. Put this on. Okay. So does this make sense is the question. I've a certain amount of deals here. They're split up. This logic needs to be the same as up here. So this is a configuration. Share of sell percentage that are sell versus buy side. How the commission is split. and how much in this case, let's say they're doing, let's say they're only giving the agents 30% for these type of deals. Let's say 40% for these, so 60 for them, for the agents or the firm. And you can see how this kind of builds out over time. We have deal growth. Separate this out. We'll bring that back in. What's going on, guys? We're just doing some modeling here for a real estate brokerage. I think I pretty much got the logic now after doing some research for about 50 minutes, and everything's based on the deal volume. Oh, shoot. We didn't even put, so we've got number of deals. We need to put average deal size. And I don't think we're going to do like 3 different types of deal sizes. I don't think that's relevant. We're just going to do average sales price, and we'll do one for both of these sections. Now, the reason why there's 2 here is I wanted to account for the option that you have the brokerage firm doing their own deals without agents. So if I did 50,000, or let's say 500,000, average sales price for the deals happening here is 500,000. Average commission on the sales is this percentage. And then of those deals, half of them, in this case, let's say half of them are listing deals, half of them are buy side deals. The commission split for sell side, we're just saying 50%, and 50% for buy side, but that can be adjustable. And then you have the split that the broker earns from that commission versus what's going to the agent. And then we have the same logic repeated here, but these are for deals the firm does itself. All we need to do is average sales price. But remember, this could also be, this kind of fits a 2-in-1, because we could say, well, how many deals are the agents doing? How many deals is the firm doing? Or how many deals are these types of agents doing, and what's their commission rate in different shares? And then let's do a second tier of agents, and then you would just put something other than 100% for how much the brokerage is getting in these cases. But for here, I'm going to actually, the default is going to be that this is the broker owners doing deals. So it's 100%. Okay. So we have that. And again, these could change over time. Your deals are going to grow over time. Now, what I'm going to have to do is there's going to be some input for the average number of deals done per agent. Now, for that, the reason why is because there's some variable costs that go along with that, such as, where do we put that? Oh, yeah. So transaction management, marketing help for your agents. There might be a franchise, that doesn't have to do with the account though. But we need to know how many agents there are to know about how much direct cost we have from having them on. Like if we have 1,000 agents versus 10 agents, the costs are going to be different. Now I'm thinking about how we'll probably just define an average. What's the best way? Probably just the average monthly spend per agent. And then we have to define the average deals an agent does, and that will back into the agent count based on this scaling logic here. So do we want to put that on here actually, or maybe on the cost tab? We just need to know. So what do we need to know? The number of deals on average an agent does for both. Now on this one, if it's a firm side deal, it's irrelevant. So I guess you put 0 on them. Let's see, where do we want to put this? Probably under here. So we want to say average deals done per agent per month. So if there's 10 deals being done and the average deal per agent per month is 1, then there's 10 agents in that case. So that's pretty, I mean, that's just a ratio. Or if it's like, if it's if it's zero point 0.5, that means an agent actually does a deal every 2 months. So in that case, if you did 10 deals a month, you'd actually have 20 agents. So it doesn't have to be a number it could be a number less than 1 for a ratio. Let's just say it's 1, or let's say it's 2. And it could, again, this could change over time. So average deals done per agent per month. We'll define how many agents there are, and then like on the variable cost, we're going to define an average monthly spend per agent, which could include marketing, or maybe I'll do like 5 slots, like marketing, um, transaction software, if there's some like cost per user software that you're using, all that kind of thing. Okay, so that makes great sense. Let's think. So we got to do that here too. Because again, this bottom section could be used for either or. Could be a second type of agent, or it could be the firm itself. This needs to go under this actually. Because I think, like, as far as scaling, if you're trying to plan out the scale, oh my goodness, oh, I'm losing my mind. If you're trying to plan out the scale, you want to know what costs go up with scale. And you want to see how much, what kind of overheads can you handle, rent offices with certain amount of deal volume. You're going to have managers, assistants that get paid at regular, you know, salaries. You're also going to have these agents that get a share of all the commissions. And then your firm share, the brokerage share, is going to define how much overhead you can handle and how you can grow with a positive cash flow. All right, so average deals. What am I doing here? Average deals done per month per agent goes under increase in deals per month. Okay, right here. And then we have average sales price of the deals. How much are sell side versus buy side? Those commission splits, the commission itself. Here. What else are we? Are we missing anything else? I think one of the main important things of this is going to be the ability to properly allocate costs with scale. Okay, this looks pretty good. I mean, a lot of the stuff I was reading talked about strategy as far as the commission rate you're paying your agents. If it's a high split, you're going to get better agents, but you're going to have less money to cover any overhead. If it's a low split, you're going to have more money to cover overhead if you do deal volume, but you're going to get agents that might not be as good. Okay, well, we might be ready to start modeling this. Let's put a validation tab here. Let's put a global control. We'll pull that from. We'll probably pull most of the wrap logic we have, like wrapping the rest of the model with the hotel model, because it's a 10-year and it's got all of the different stuff. It's got monthly distribution contribution rates, which is nice. So we'll probably use this for most of the skeleton. This won't be relevant. This will be, so that's good. Yeah, okay, that's good. Now there's definitely going to be some startup costs like furniture. You might have to pay some office rent up front, a website development. We will have a separate schedule for startup costs. It's going to be brokerage, RE brokerage. All this stuff we'll have to build out. Let's see. So this validation tab here, we just referenced the first date. We'll go out for 10 years. Okay, that's fine. This, we'll reference that. Okay, actually, no, we don't need this. We can just do this rate on the revenue assumptions right here. So whatever month operations start will trigger all of this logic to begin happening. So we don't need this. All of this stuff is fine, just controlling some of the timing, the exit timing, if we're going to include terminal value. Now this will not be cap rate, this will be based on operational income, multiple of operational income. Loan, yeah, we'll have cap table stuff here, so all this is going to come from different model. Okay, well I think we're in a pretty good spot. We had a couple comments in the chat this morning. Great to see. Love to see that. Looking for more. We've got this. Let's put a revenue assumptions label. We'll work on this model through the week. Now that I got all of the kind of the mental model down, I got some logic here. We'll start building out the monthly detail and just get to scaling. I'm pretty excited about it. Looks pretty good. It's definitely some new stuff, new logic, new assumption types. So uh, pretty cool. And we'll add this to the bundle for the real estate bundle as well as the service industry bundle and brokerage service. So I think it counts as one of these. We'll add it there once we're done. And remember, any bundle you purchase, you do get access to any templates that are ever added to the bundle for free, no extra charge. And don't forget, guys, you can buy all the templates I've ever built for $9.99 on the site. I've been doing this for, well, now about 7 years professionally. It's great. I love it. I build all kinds of logic for all kinds of different businesses. So if you want to jumpstart your Excel knowledge and modeling, or if you're a accounting firm or something and you want to do a lot of FP&A, this is a great set of tools to have as templates to build with. Lots of really good logic for all kinds of different industries. All right. Well, I'm going to leave you guys there with that, and we'll finish. Well, not finish. We'll continue on with this tomorrow. Uh, I plan on doing the monthly detail tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get into expenses probably, and then we'll just keep on grinding on this thing. Alrighty, guys, take it easy.